This afternoon has been, just this day has been the weirdest fucking day ever. For many reasons. But, I have Subway. So, I think we'll manage. Anyways, what's up guys? I have a match for you today versus Mr. Ape Shit. This was kind of an old match. It's kind of a long one, so I actually am playing around, with a faster narrating speed, so if you like it, leave a comment or whatever. Because I know a lot of you, well, not a lot of you, but a decent amount of you have told me time and time again that I take too long to narrate. So I figured I'd speed it up a little bit, and we'll just play it back right now. Okay. 5th gen match. I do have a lot of 4th gen matches coming up. I'm going to have a whole slew of those coming up. But for now, I figured I'd try to get the rest of the 5th gens that I have out of the way so I can start that 4th gen chunk. But he sees right through my disguise since he knows I have a Zoroark on my team. Goes for the U-turn right off the bat to also get scouting going. And he takes me out in one hit. So, really sucks. I didn't even get to use my Zoroark. So, the score's already 6-5. And I know a lot of you guys are going to give me shit for Evire, and to be honest, I have yet to find an actual replacement for it. And I don't take the psych, well at all. Like, I can't outspeed, I can't hit it hard at all. Like, I do that much with a Life Orb, or I think that might be Expert Belt. I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention to the screen at the moment. But anyway, I switch out to Jirachi. I guess he sees that coming, or he figures he can take me out with an HP Fire, but it paid out big for him either way. Because I take a lot of damage from that, and I'm not in a good spot right now, because I lost my Zoroark, my Electivire is pretty dented, and my Jirachi has about half health left, so this is just the first couple of turns, and I am just stumbling all over the place. But, I bring in my Swampert now, as soon as he switches it in, and I thought he was going to want to go for the U-turn, but I also thought, he might think that I would have that mindset, so I stayed in to see what he wanted to do, knowing I could take it decently. And he does go for the Flare Blitz, which is great. I'm going to take it pretty good. And I figured now's as good a time as any, since he's doing a lot of switching, and he's probably going to be doing a lot of switching to get my Stealth Rocks up. So I proceed to do that. He misses the Will-O-Wisp. It doesn't really matter since I was just going to roar anyway. I didn't actually plan on doing any other attacks with this guy for the rest of the match, or actually using Earthquake. But since he brought it out, he decides to bring back in his Rotom again. I do go for the Roar again because I do see that coming, and hopefully he gets the hint that I'm just going to keep roaring. And it brings out this Infernape, and I think he might have predicted me roaring again, so he tries to go for the close combat. But if I'm not mistaken, I did go for the Earthquake on this turn, so his Infernape is out of the way because you can roar once. Yeah, I got you. You can roar twice. Hopefully you get the picture that I'm going to keep roaring, except I don't keep roaring, and I just straight up kill the Infernape, so what you gonna do? Seemed to work out okay in my case. Infernape's gone, he brings in his Rotom now. I think I go for... No, okay, never mind, I switch out. I thought I was going to go for the Roar again like an idiot. But I go out to my Shaman to take either the Will-O-Wisp or any of his moves, since I do resist them. I resist the Stab, Hydro Pump, and T-Bolt, and I have Natural Cure, so the Will-O-Wisp won't really do much. I'm a slower... this is a Growth Shaman, in case you haven't seen the videos. So I think that's what I do on the switch, because I know he might be scared by the Seed... No, never mind, I go for the Seed Flare. It's been a while since this match, so bear with me, I guess. I don't really know what I'm expecting for this Registeel, if it's like Seismic Toss or whatever that stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and set up and see what he wants to do about it. Kind of that call and respond thing I get going, which is kind of risky. He does take the opportunity now to set up his rocks, which I was kind of wondering if and when he was going to get them set up, and I should have seen that coming. But I'm not really too threatened by it, since a lot of members of my team aren't really too scared of Stealth Rocks anyway. Now, since I'm max HP and max spec attack, I'm actually surprised that does so little. And his Ice Punch actually does a decent amount, and that's because he got a crit. So I probably would have been able to take maybe 4 of those with lefties, and he can sit in here and probably take 2-3 more Earth Powers. I'm thinking, let me check. He can take 2 more, or 1 more after this. He could have taken 2 is what I meant to say. So he goes for another Ice Punch. Thankfully he's not freezing me, but this is kind of a pain in the ass at this point, since he's very easily able to switch out and predict my Earth Power. and he chooses this opportunity to go into Chomp. Now, I do have the HP Ice, but I was not that, you know, willing to risk the fact that if he didn't switch out, then he could have taken me out with another Ice Punch. So it was a good play on his part to do that. And he goes for the Stone Edge. I'm thinking that was a misclick or a bit of an over-prediction. I'm leaning more towards the misclick because he is faster anyway, so he could have used whatever he wanted, but I take him out with the HPI, so Chomp's gone, and we're getting a slow recover here. But he's just going to take me out with an Aura Sphere, and he reveals at this point that he is the special set. So I'm going to have to think of a different way to handle this, because I don't think my... Do I still have my Swampert? Or am I thinking a different match? I don't remember. But I know Swampert is better to handle a physical one than a special one. So now right here, you're going to see that on this next turn, this misclick does in fact bite me big, humongous in the ass later. I do have Psychic and HP Ground, and they're right next to each other, and I pick Psychic instead. Not only does it not kill, he gets his T-Wave off, so now I'm slower than him. Which I'm like, alright, you know, it's not that big a deal. I can just go for the HP Ground immediately after the cleanup. So, we'll just go from here. And he goes for the Iron Head. Now, I'm thinking I can take a couple of these, and I flinch, and I was like, alright, Iron Head's got a 30% flinch chance. I mean, I'm the one supposed to be doing the Iron Heading, but it's fine, I guess. He's gonna go for another one, you know, just to stall. He gets a crit on this one, and he gets a flinch, and I'm like, alright, dude, you really pissed me off. Stop it. I'm the one that's supposed to flinch. I don't even play that game. So, I don't have a fucking Scarf Ratchet Iron Head or whatever. And he's just going for Iron Head again, and he gets another flinch, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? You've got 30%, and I can't even handle this. So, he goes for another one. I forget if he gets a flinch on this one. If he does, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, yep, he does. He does. Wouldn't you know it, I get flinched 4 times in a row, and I'm the Jirachi. What the actual fuck? Okay, so he goes for another Iron Head, and thankfully I don't flinch on this one. But as you can see, I took way too much damage from that, and had I just gone for the HP Ground in the first place and actually been paying attention, this wouldn't have bit me in the ass so bad. And with the +1 Calm Mind, I would have been able to take whatever this Rotom wants to dish at me better, and he wouldn't have gotten T-Wave off. I probably would have just gone for the Psychic or the Grass Knot right off the bat on it, but since that doesn't happen, I gotta switch in Evire predicting the T-Bolt, but he goes for the Hydro Pump and misses. So I'm okay with this so far, and I guess it's Evire's time to shine right now, even though that Wild Bolt does like nothing. He goes for the Hydro Pump, misses again, and I'm like, this doesn't really make up for the flinches, but I'm kind of laughing, so that's alright. So I'm gonna go for a Cross Chop. I get a crit, which is great, and he goes for a Hydro Pump and misses again. I'm like, that's what you get for flinching me. So, some weird mid-game hacks that is just compensating in some hilarious way. I mean, he flinched me and I'm the Jirachi. And he just pretty much missed all his Hydro Pumps, and I killed myself in the process. So, we are, I guess, coming near the end of the game, I think. Had I known earlier that this was a special Lucario, I probably would have taken a little bit better care of my Jirachi. Or at least tried to plan ahead for it, because I'm pretty sure my Jirachi would have been able to take the Aura Sphere a little bit better. But he takes my Swampert out with an Aura Sphere. He's gonna take my Bafferon out with an Aura Sphere, no questions asked. I mean, it does have Natural Bulk, but an Afro will only get you so far. Especially since that's Stab, Life Orb, and Lucario's special attack is only, actually I think its special attack is 5 more than its physical attack. But there you go. So he goes for an Aura Sphere, and because I failed to take proper care of my Jirachi, that's going to be a good game to him. I believe that was a 1-0, so I did have a lot of fun with it. Despite that mid-game hacks, you know, it was still a good laugh. I still had a good game. And that's going to be it for today. I did not plan to make an upload today since it's been such a weird-ass day, but I just needed, you know, some time to sit down. I do have the tourney brackets more or less planned out. I'm probably going to close them off now because we did hit more or less 128 in 4th gen and 64 in 5th gen. I don't see us getting 64 more for 5th gen So I'm just going to close it off where it is right now, and I only need like 3 more in Heart Gold to close it off, and I don't see me getting 128 more. So we're going to close it off where we are while we're at good amounts. If you want to keep registering, go for it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to say at least 4 or 5 people are going to drop out, so if I need alternates, I can give you guys a holler or whatever. And that will probably start, I want to say, I don't really keep up on sports, but if I'm not mistaken, I think Super Bowl weekend is the first weekend of February. I don't really watch TV because I don't have it in my room, but I think that's when it's going to start. I am going to extend the first round a couple of days beyond that because I know you guys are probably going to be, watching and doing all that, plus making the transition to school if some of you are beyond the high school level or, doing whatever. So I'll give you some extra time for the first round just in case you forget that the tournament actually exists. And we'll just go for there. I will keep you guys posted if anything drastic changes, but for the most part, you should be checking the description and the video constantly for new updates. And I do believe I'm rambling at this point, but I just want to make sure that this thing pretty much goes out without a hitch. I still have a new video on Pokemosh Pit that I'll probably plug in the link as well. You guys can go check that out. And surprisingly, I think that's all I have to say for today. So I'll see you guys later.